Question of the Week from the Naked Scientists.
Hello and welcome to Question of the Week. I'm James Titko. Today's question comes in from one of our North American listeners.
Hello, this is Rick from Canada, home of the Canada goose. With the fall season upon us, the geese are taking flight, getting ready to migrate. When flying in their V-shaped formation, they are almost constantly honking. I'm wondering just what the value of this honking might be. It obviously involves some expenditure of energy, but I don't see that they are in danger from predators or at great risk of losing the rest of the flock. Would you know why they do this?
Thanks for the question, Rick. Canada geese migrate south in the winter and north in the summer. They've been known to fly as high as 9 kilometers in the sky in that striking V-shaped formation you mentioned. And you're right to bring up energy expenditure, because that's the exact reason the bird at the point of the V rotates throughout the journey, as it takes the most effort to fly in that position. So, why go to the trouble of all this honking? Surely there's a method to the madness. Here's Viola Ross-Smith from the British Trust for Ornithology.
Thank you, James. So the Canada geese are honking to maintain contact with each other, and this is really, really important when they're flying in one of those characteristic V formations in a flock, which they do to save energy for the flock overall. The honking helps each goose communicate its position within that V and coordinate with the other geese if they decide to switch and swap position. So the energy expenditure of the honking itself is there, but it's outweighed by the energy they save from the formation flight that they're all doing together. And the individuals can also use calls to warn the rest of the flock about an approaching predator, like a passing peregrine falcon shooting from the skies.
Clever, isn't it? But is this something other migratory birds do as well?
Migratory flight calls are not unique to big flocks of water birds flying in V formation. We get them in other species too, and these include our small songbirds or passerine birds, our perching birds. If you go out in the UK on an autumn night, you might hear a characteristic zeep call overhead. And these are flocks of redwings, so these are birds related to song thrushes and blackbirds that are breeding up in northern Europe and migrating back to Britain for the winter and calling as they go. They're not flying in V formation. So this kind of nocturnal calling behaviour is much less well understood than geese honking in a V. However, there have been some studies from North America in the last few years on related passerine birds, and they show that passerines of different species that have more similar nocturnal migration flight calls follow more similar migratory routes and end up in the same destination. So in this case, it seems that the flight calls might help individual birds to remain on track in that wider multi-species flock. So again, although the call itself is energetically costly, it's less energetically costly than getting lost and not reaching your destination at all, which might, unfortunately, result in death.
So, just as for humans, communication is key. Thanks so much to Viola Ross-Smith from the British Trust for Ornithology, and to you, Rick, for the question. Next time, we'll be answering this question from Dan.
Hi, Naked Scientist. Why do ship propellers propel the vessel from the rear when aircraft propellers do the same job from the front? Has it got something to do with the different viscosities of water and air? Thanks, great show.
That is a great point and something I'm very much looking forward to finding the answer to. Thank you, Dan. Remember to have your say on this and all of our other questions on the forum. Log on to nakedscientists.com/forum. And be sure to drop us a line if you have a question of your own. It's chris@thenakedscientists.com. Until next time, from me, James Titko, thanks for listening and goodbye.
Question of the Week is part of the Naked Scientists podcast. Look us up online at nakedscientists.com.